appreciate you guys being here, and I'm going to fight the tears because of this group of young men. I mean, there was no hesitation, and we talked even throughout the week. I mean, even with everything that happened from Sunday on, they didn't blink. They were, coach, we got your back. Let's go finish this thing the right way. And they led it. Our coaching staff did a great job this week creating a plan and putting it into action. But once again, I cannot even kind of start talking to you guys before I talk about these kids. Man. I mean, you talk about a group that showed up to work every single day with every chance to have an excuse, and they never worked to find one. And I'm just so proud of these young men. And like I tell them all the time, I'm impacted more by them than I know I impact them. And they're going to be successful in life because of it. So this group of young men, these seniors and this whole team, like I said, I'm going to start crying if I keep talking more about them. I'm just so proud. So proud.
You talked about the focus all week, just, especially in that second quarter, just how focused in were they?
Yeah. Well, it was awesome to see us continue to play the game consistently throughout the whole game. Obviously, they scored first, and football is a game of momentum. And obviously, as coaches, you're working your tail off to find ways to respond, even when things maybe aren't going your way. But for us in all three phases, to be able to stay on the attack. Was not perfect by any means. There's a lot more excited to clean up, but be able to stay on the attack and do it together as a team, and that's Boise State football. And I'm proud of that. Proud of our kids for that.
You mentioned momentum. You guys are down 10-0. George hit that 75-yard touchdown run. What impact did that have on the sideline and the whole team?
Huge. I mean, once again, even talking about it on George Alon, coming into his senior year, gets hurt, misses almost half the season, and humble and hungry, works his tail off to get back on the field, and he's just been brilliant every single week. He led this team as well. All these guys did such a phenomenal job of leading their brothers, and so him making that big time play, that big time moment to help swing that momentum, there's not another guy that I'd be more excited for than George Alon.
You mentioned the emotions. I mean, the Gatorade bath, and you're doing the post-game interview, they mob you again. I mean, how do you describe that feeling?
Oh, BJ, once again, it's a group of young men that has my heart, and they love each other. They love their coaches. And like I said, they impact me in way more ways than I impact them. I see them every day, put a smile on my face. Once again, when things are not going, like they have every excuse to not. And for them to do what they did tonight, once again, not just the attitude they did it with, and they came to practice, seeing them and reap those benefits, BJ, that's what I'm so proud of these guys, man. I know I'm saying the same thing, but I'm just so proud of these kids, man. It's all about them. I love them dearly. I do anything for them. And they do anything for each other. And that's what we saw tonight. That doesn't mean football is always going to be perfect. It doesn't mean, but I'm a firm believer when you do that, you do it together, and you enjoy what you're doing with each other, good things are going to come. And it might mean you're down 10-0 again, but you can stay on the attack. And I'm so proud of this group of young men. So that's why when I'm in that moment, BJ, it's surreal because I'm just so thankful that these players get that. I don't want this, I didn't want this season to be an asterisk. 2023, that's what happened. These group of seniors, and they just move on. And they didn't want that for themselves. And they're the ones that put the work in. So, I mean, the emotions for me going through the room, I'm just so thankful for these guys and how much they impact my life. And I love them. Love them here.
Spencer, you dialed back practice a little bit. You in terms of time, you wanted to be more efficient. You gave the players extra time with their families last night. It seemed like they played with a certain joy tonight. What did it take away from how this week went and the result of it?
I mean, for these young men, we went into it all about, all right, the time we do have in practice, the time we do have in meetings, we're going to be efficient, and I promise you that what we're doing, we need to get this. Whatever the reps are, whatever the walkthrough is, whatever the meeting is, and I said, you guys need to get my back from the fact that when we do this, we've got all of it. And then when we give you this extra time to recover, work on homework, work on things that are outside of football, that's your time. But please give this coaching staff, give your players, when you're here and we're doing stuff, we need to be all in it. And at the end of the day, let's have a smile on our face when we're doing it. Because that positive energy, brings you to where you're excited for the next one. And then when you go to sleep on Tuesday night, you're excited to come back to practice on Wednesday. That's a big practice. So it was just, and our coaches and our players, they led that. We talked about it Sunday, Monday. When I showed up Tuesday, getting ready for practice, I mean, our guys were excited to get to work, excited to get to work for each other. And so that's why we get questioned those moments when the game's over, getting ready back, looking in these kids' eyes, that's when my heart just melts because I know obviously I'm so proud.
Just what you guys did on offense, it seemed like it's time to use a little bit of tempo on offense. I don't know if you've seen that, recently. And on defense, you guys are really aggressive. 9 sacks, ties the FBS school record at Boise State. Was there a couple changes you obviously wanted to make with the on-offense defense?
Yeah, the biggest thing, to your first point, Jay, was I want our guys on the attack playing back. I don't want anybody on this field scared to make a mistake. I want you to be on the attack, and I want to if I'm on defense, I want you to want them to run the ball on your side. If you're covering someone, I want you to think, please throw it to me. Because I want you to be on the attack. Same thing on offense. I want you to work to score 4 touchdowns. You don't want the ball thrown to you. And keeping that mentality, and obviously the plan that Coach Hammond, and the offensive staff, they put together a great plan that fit who we are. To be on the attack, to be efficient. They did a phenomenal job. Our defensive staff did an awesome job. Like I said, some of these sacks too, these are max drops too. These are free-hand rush. And it's our guys just working through their fundamentals, their technique, once again, having fun, playing for each other. Because when you play for each other in a game of football, you need to. To be special, to be on the attack, you need to look to your left, to your right. Like, it matters more for me to do my job because of him. Not because of what maybe someone outside of here would think, it's for that guy. And I think we did that tonight. Not by any means perfect. I really believe we did that.
First game you guys have had both Ashton and George really full available. Just how fun was it to watch that dynamic tonight?
Oh man, I was fired up going into the game, and both of them. You talk about 2 of probably the best tailbacks in the country, being able to finally be out there on the field at the same time, and not only what they did with the ball in their hand, but what they did once again leading practice, leading the walkthroughs, leading the offense, and not even just the offense, our whole team. Because Ashton Jensen and George Lonnie, those are big-time leaders on our team. Because not only will they show what you need to do from a work standpoint, they're going to actually do it. And they're going to do it consistently. And so it was awesome to get them on the field at the same time. And hats off to Caleb Green, too. I mean, once again, a guy that came out to practice every day, worked his tail off. Coach Hammond put a great plan together for him, and he went out there and did a great job of work.
I know this is a tough question, probably after this point in time. How bad do you want to do the year to be on the next
Guys, you guys know where my heart is. I love this team. I love these players. I love this community. Like we talked about last week, we're playing New Mexico, more 4 and 5, and that stadium is packed. This place loves their football team, loves this community. And me and my wife have been here going on 7 years, and they've done nothing but open their arms to us. Both our daughters were born in Louisiana. We love this place. We love the blue. I love these kids. And as long as I'm here with this group, that's exactly what my mind is to do.
But one of the things that's responding for still, you clearly been building trust with players for 7 years. You see that turn back and pay off. I mean, I don't know how many guys can spark that type of reaction when you're a head coach in a season where you don't. So, 7 years of work, you feel like it paid off.
I mean, I know it's paid off for me in my life because of how much these young men have impacted me and my family. And even players that are no longer here, talking to them last week, calling me, checking on me. I mean, those are the relationships you build when you be somewhere and build that trust. Because trust takes time. And it's not something that, hey, I'm the coach, so you need to trust me. Yeah, maybe they'll do what you want to do maybe on the field a little bit, but if you really want to change someone's life, it takes time. And I trust these guys with all my heart. I think over these years, that's how you build trust together. So when I see them go out on the field, play the way they practice, play together, it brings tears in my eyes because I know that's them. And I'm a firm believer, not to get too far out there, but I'm a firm believer, the more they learn that in life, they're going to be better husbands, better fathers, better business owners, which at the end of the day, that's the only reason we coach. It's not about the X's and O's on a whiteboard. It's so in 15 years, someone calls me, they're a better dad, a better husband to their family. And this group of young men will do that. And they've impacted me so much. And so this time I've been in Boise, they've changed my life, they have my heart, and they feel that way. And like I said, it's a group of kids that I would really do.
We're a little low on time. Are there any other game-related questions?
Right after the game, there was like a line of fighters that was 20 that got on the game. What does that say?
Yeah, I adore these kids. I love them dearly. They changed my life. I know I'm probably saying the same thing, but hopefully you guys that have even been around me, I mean, they got my heart. And I will give them everything, any day of the week, any time, and they've done the same for me. And so them finding up to give me hugs and telling Coach, I love you, I'm here for you, this is for you, those things, it chokes me up because that's the kid we got.
Last thing for Coach, kind of a little bit line up is surrounding your post-game interview in the locker room, post-game conditions and the game ball. Just what does that impact mean?
I mean, even like a guy like DJ Strand giving me a game ball, because right before I walked in the locker room, his dad came up to me and said, thank you for all you do for my son. And I was very clear with Davis that your son does way more for me than I do for him. DJ Strand is a world changer. And so for DJ and that whole group to give that ball, and I want to make sure they know that this is for you. This is not about me. This is for you guys. This is for this group of players. This is for the 2023 Broncos. But it gets me emotional. That's the run I have.